What's up, y'all? It's T-Turn. Today we're looking at Convergent Pokemon you didn't know you wanted. I want to start with one that nobody will like, and let's see if a regional fake will make it cool. It's this Pokemon here. Maybe you can tell by the silhouette, especially if I poke these eyes out here, but this is a regional fake of a trash Pokemon you find all over Unova, this man. But in a Gen 10 region, while you see the Trubbish in the alleys, when you go to like the forest, you start to see these everywhere. Its name is Grubish. And while we all have an inherent hatred for Trubbish, look carefully at it. It is actually like a beehive. So it's just a beehive, and it's got a honey pouring out the sides the same way Trubbish has trash ripped out of the sides of its bags. What even is Trubbish? That's so messed up. You don't take your trash out and it comes to life. The name is a combination of gru, like gruesome, bee, and then rubbish. I swear, with how Pokemon names these, especially after seeing Sinistra, they'd probably even accept like Trubbish. Trubbish. Same thing pretty much. Tell me deep down you don't love it, even though it's Trubbish. It's cool. So what you would do is you would see these hanging from the trees, kind of like Animal Crossing. Maybe if there's the equivalent of HMs in a Gen 10 region, you do it to the tree and these fall down. Oh god, or you see like Ursaring's reaching for them. That's the scariest, man. But yeah, so these would be rare Pokemon. It's like almost like a mutation of the original beehive. It's kind of like Applin. So while you'd see a lot of normal beehives, only every now and then you'd see this mutated one. You see, when it comes to honey, there's no real typing in Pokemon that works for this. What typing is close to honey? Water? I guess grass is kind of close to it. The closest we can go for is a bug type based off like the bees. Actually, it should be a grass type, because when bees and wasps make their hives, it's made out of like paper. Alright, now for the scary news. When Grubish evolves, it turns into this thing. Can we put it beside a Garbodor? Alright, so we can see the resemblance. Their two hands are visible here, and they both got feet, but that's all they have in common. Blur these bits, it still looks like Garbodor. Oh hey, I guess it's got antennas instead of those garbage puffs. But it looks like this. It's perfect. It's as hideous as it should be. Not only has somehow the beehive come to life, but it's gotten bee features. Now it's a giant beehive-sized bee buzzing around. I guess it can't fly anymore. That's so effed, man. Look, he's got his weapon is a honey injector. He's gonna stab you in the neck and inject honey. That's a way to die. Death by sweetness. And like, why does he have the whip? Is the injection not enough? He's gonna slap me around? I'd like to see you fly. So his name is Highvoter, and it's listed as a bug steel type. He's really solidified his defenses. But what if it's Pokedex? Here's the twist, right? What if it's Pokedex entry said it has the most delicious honey in the world? Rich people pay like millions. Like, what if this thing was a delicacy? Which would actually work, since Garbodor is like disgusting. It'd be the perfect opposite. What's the use of its mouth? What? Does it eat people? Alright, that's my job here. I'm trying to look for weird but cool regional fakes to show you guys. Here's another one. This one's a bit cooler. So you might be able to tell by the silhouette, it's just this giant fur ball, but it's got these two pom-poms on the side. So it kind of reminds you of Oricorio. But its name is Swell, like a regional fake of Swablu. So here its eyes, its nose, its hair ribbons. That definitely is a Swablu. So the gist is, in the open fields, you'd see these things running around, because it is actually a dust bunny. See the little rabbit tooth? It's a bunny of Swablu. Completely unrelated. It's just a coincidence. And so it's not a normal type and it can't fly. It is just a pure ground type. So what dust bunnies are is when you don't clean like your furniture and little piles of dust start to form. So that's what it's carrying in its hands. So this would actually be the little rabbit, but for some reason it collects dust and forms these little pom-poms, just the same way Swablu has them. And so when this Swellu evolves, it still ends up looking a lot like Altaria. The eyes are the same, the puffiness and the tail, but it's actually a rabbit. The big difference here is the feet, which are full-on rabbit feet, and then the ribbons are really the rabbit's ears. So this is the thing, it's like with the Swellu, that entire puff is fake. It's almost like it's wearing clothes. You would have to take all that off and it would just look like a normal rabbit. It's like I just caught it showering or something. It would be so cool to see these things on the ground minding their business. And its name is Walteria, which seems to be based off the Wolpertinger, which is from German folklore. It's this rabbit-like creature with wings and fangs and antlers, and it's said to like exist in forests, which of course isn't real. But if Walteria could evolve again, maybe it would actually get those features, but this one doesn't. I mean, it's about time, Gamefreak. That sounds like a sick legendary idea. But yeah, it's a ground fairy type. You know, with an opportunity like this, they should totally make a nude form. Okay, a nude form and a non-nude form. I mean, how do I recover from this? I just want to see it without the clouds, the dust. I want to see the actual rabbit underneath. All right, go to the next one. So we started with the unlikable Pokemon. Now we're moving up to the fan favorites. Everyone is gonna like this one, and it starts with this. It should be hard to tell right now, but you uncover the mouth and the bottom half, and you know exactly what it is. So funny enough, Ralts is a Pokemon that got a lot of attention from Gamefreak. They evolved it again in Gen 4, Mega evolved both of its final stages, and then made a Paradox fusing them. This is a bunch of Ralts lookalikes that don't live on the surface at all. They live deep in the ocean. Its name is Raltsy, and while Ralts looks like this is actually what it looks like. Dude, regional fakes are too good. Living on the ocean floor, it's gonna evolve into more aquatic Pokemon, as you'll see, but it's actually listed as a water dark type. So already it's starting off to be like a counterpart to Ralts. Water dark is also very rare, so this is perfect for this. And when Raltsy evolves, it turns into Curlipod, and it still looks like a Curlia. There's its eyes, the two little horns on its head, and the skirt. But don't be fooled. Remember guys, this has nothing to do with Curlia. They're completely unrelated. So it started to take on squid features. Its two little legs are essentially squid tentacles. And to end it off, when Curlipod evolves, it turns into this, which you can tell by the silhouette. It's become a mermaid with also this like shark fin on its head. There's that Gardevoir eye, the V-shaped hair, and the spike through its chest. But here's the plot twist. Its name is actually Tritade, and it's a Gallade lookalike. You see, Gallade has always been the outcast, special conditions evolution, but for Raltsy's line here, Gallade is the natural final stage, which is perfect, right? Well, I'm sorry, Tritade. Again, it's a water dark type. But this is perfect, so it's still got the same blade usage as Gallade. The horn on its head even fits, though it's on backwards. It's the male or female pack leader that takes care of all the Raltsies and Curlipods. Dude, you have to admit that final stage is too good. So they would have to, you know, Gamefreak has to do this eventually. Bring Dive back, but in the new 3D environment. Imagine the underwater Pokemon you'd see, even the existing ones, Gyarados, Wishy-Washis. They could even throw an Easter egg where you'll see like the shadow of a Kyogre-like creature, but you can never actually find it. And imagine running into like a school of these guys, just hiding under like a coral reef. A bunch of Raltsies and Curlipods. And then Tritade there looking like the King Gambit. But then comes the question, right? What if we investigate with Curlipod? What if we try to copy what we can do with Curlia? So you get a female Curlipod and you give it not the Dawnstone, but the Duskstone. It evolves differently. Instead of becoming Tritade, it turns into this. There's the Gardevoir we love. The chest spike, the dress, and the hands. But it's got tentacles. That is some mermaid octopus. Which is clever, right? Gardevoir's dress always splits into multiple segments. It's like the perfect setup to turn them into tentacles. And its name is Ursivoir. This whole freaking family tree is perfect. So remember, Gallade is the outcast that loses its fairy type to become a psychic type, right? So is Ursivoir. It loses its dark type and becomes a ghost type, which is really cool. It reminds me of like the Call of the Siren. What's cool is Ursivoir and Gallade, being the outcasts, have the special typing to counter each other's families. The ghost pierces all the psychics and the fighting hits all the darks. It's like this opportunity's too ripe. I need this right now. I'm Andy here. Make sure y'all shank that like button and let me know a regional fake or convergent form idea y'all have. I got a lot more of these to show you guys, so I'll do that next time. Take care.